Hey, good morning, everybody out there in YouTube land. It's Reynolds Robert with the Hustle Nation. That's right. We had rebranded ourselves from No Pay No Stay Network to being in the Hustle Nation, kind of because the channel is oriented all around different type of side hustles, whatever they are. I'm in dump trailers, real estate, mentoring. Um, Did I say real estate? I think I did say real estate. Oh, yeah, and construction as well. I've started doing a few small loans with people. I really, really like that kind of business. Anything where I'm making money and I'm sleeping and no worries, no phone calls, no this, no that. That's the type of thing that I absolutely love for sure. So, um, today's the 3rd. We have 2 more properties that are supposed to be paying rent today, and then we will have 100% paid rent on time. Thank God for that for sure. I know some landlords out there that are having a real hard time with this COVID thing. Um, and first, I'd like to thank God for that. Second, where that comes in is screening your tenants, okay? And 2017, I did 5 evictions that year, I believe. And unfortunately, a defect of mine is what caused all of those to happen. And you have this perception or this thought process of, oh my gosh, what about this? What about that? And, when you really don't look at the big picture of things, then you don't have a complete grasp on how everything works. Personally, what I ended up doing is I really sat down and I looked at my numbers on where my biggest expenses with the rental properties were coming from. And it came from, the biggest one is turnover. You usually lose a month when somebody moves out before you can re-rent it. And then maybe you're having to do some repairs. The second thing was having to do with evictions. And that was totally because I basically acted greedy and fearful and took the first person that came around that had a handful of cash and I would rent to them. I was not screening my tenants. And as a result, what was occurring was everybody put their best foot forward, their game face on. 60, 90 days, 6 months into it, something would happen, okay? And as a result, I spent a tremendous amount of money on evictions that year and a lot on repairs as well. And in the last 2.5, 3 years, I've had 1 eviction happen. And that was because I did not run a background check on this person. I took them at their word and it came back and bit me. From this point forward, I always unequivocally run background checks, okay? And the process that I basically use is I get that person to go look at the property. If they think they want to live there, then I go ahead and say, here's the application process. It costs them about $40. And I talk with them and tell them if everything you have told me is true and it comes back as being true, then yes, I will go ahead and rent to you. So you need to do this. Well, it's a funny thing because when you ask people about their criminal background, I am a felon, and you talk to them, they will tell you, oh yeah, no, I don't have anything or anything like that. And then boom, all of a sudden it's like, you got 200 unpaid traffic citations, or you got this kind of judgment or that kind of judgment against you and everything like that. And I'm like, You know, what happened with all that? Oh, I didn't think you were meaning that and everything like that. And what I look for basically is two things: domestic violence and distribution charges. It's not a moral issue, but I do think people can recreationally use some drugs. I don't think you can recreationally use heroin, but that's a whole nother video, okay? I don't think you can recreationally smoke crack, whole nother video, okay? I do think somebody can smoke marijuana recreationally. However, a smart person, if they get caught with a quantity large enough that they get a distribution charge instead of a possession charge, then if they want to continue, they start buying in smaller increments because they don't want to upset the rest of their life. That's what a smart person does, okay? But if you get two distribution charges, say within 5 years, that tells me what you do for a living, okay? So eventually, somebody's going to come kicking in your door. Whether they have a badge or you owe them money, somebody will come kick in your door. Now, the other thing is having to do with domestic violence. If you will beat on somebody, you're going to beat on my house. And if you let somebody beat on you, you'll let somebody beat on my house. I know, that's redneck logic right there. Keep it simple, baby. And it's the truth. And so those are the two things. I say all of this to encourage people, no matter what it is that you do, whether it's handyman business, your job that you go to, driving a trash truck, advanced crocheting techniques, whatever. Look at the big picture, okay? The thing about it is that what you do right here might affect you way up here. And for a little adjustment, you know, because here's the thing is that money that I haven't spent on evictions in the last 3 years, 4 years, okay, that's all money that's staying in my pocket, all right? And the other thing is that I renewed 4 of my leases within the last 30 days, which means no interruption in service, no interruption in cash flow. I still got good tenants. We're still moving forward. We're still moving towards my goal, okay? As soon as somebody moves out and I have to spend any money on that property, goal stops. We got to get it fixed and then we can start moving again. So any interruption, not a good thing at all. So again, my thing to you is look at the big picture today. Ask yourself, what is it that I can do? Is there anything that I can do differently? You know, God gives us these blessings. It's our job to be a good steward and take care of them. Somebody told me that when it comes to screening tenants, said, man, you know, God has blessed you with these properties. You need to take care of them, and that's one way you do it. I'm Rental Robert with the Hustle Nation. Be profitable, be productive, live long, prosper as Spock says. Get some hustle. Have a great day.